episode 77.
I don't know what episode it is, but we're here.
We're here.
We're live. Not
Square.
actually. We're just kind of... We're going to get a little static on our end here. Cause this is,
Boom, boom, boom,
wow,
boom,
that's loud.
boom.
Okay. All
Just
right.
a little bit.
Made it much worse. Okay.
Mhm.
Fix it.
Perfect.
Ooh, that was scary.
Very good.
A little frightening for
yeah.
a second. Did you have a good holiday season?
Yeah.
Good Christmas?
Yeah.
I meant to ask you.
You meant?
You went to... What is that? Die Hard Live
Yeah.
Christmas play.
Yeah.
So, okay, explain to me, because I was very confused. You sent pictures. What was that? Like, it was like a play or
It's
a
a play musical. Of
reenactment?
I wouldn't say it's a reenactment. But it's a. So first off, it's at a theater attached to a bowling alley on Lake Street.
Yeah.
By Lake Street. Bryant Lake Bowl, I think it's called.
Yeah, I've been there a bunch of times.
But yeah,
That's why I was confused. I'm like, there's no like stage. They just put a stage over the bowling alley?
No. So it's attached. So
Yeah.
it's next to it, right?
Yeah.
So,
I didn't know that.
the theater. I mean, they had just like these kind of dumpy, folding chairs or whatever for like the front by the stage, and then they had kind of like, kind of like theater type
Mhm.
seats. But I would say capacity is maybe 70 people.
Really?
If that. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not a lot,
The
right?
bowling alley is tiny too. Like,
Yeah, it's not that big
it's
either.
like 5 lanes or something.
But yeah, so it's like it's a play musical. It's like 2 hours. I forgot how damn long it was.
Yeah.
But
So
it's
you've been
hilarious.
before?
Yeah, I went
Okay.
last year with an old coworker of mine. He's the one who actually introduced me to it because he knows one of the performers. And yeah, no, it's hilarious. They make all sorts of 80s references. They kind of blend some modern day stuff. These guys have been doing this show for 12 years now.
Oh, wow.
And it's mostly the same cast. And so you can see them break because sometimes they ad-lib stuff or
Yeah.
like change certain things. I think they've essentially adopted like the main script, but then they've built in like you can say whatever you want here.
So
and
it is like the Die Hard story, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. It's the Christmas story of John McClane kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And they call out all the weird things, right? Like, what company has a Christmas party on Christmas Eve? Like, like just stuff like that, where it's like, that is a good point,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a great time. Really fun. It's cool too. Like it's lax, right? So they have some crowd participation, and then the servers like throughout the show will just like, I mean, they're not quiet about it, right? Like, what do you want to drink? Like,
Yeah.
so you can order drinks and stuff like that during the show, and the performers it's like super chill, super laid back. It's almost like, they would still perform even if everyone was talking to each other, kind of
Yeah.
thing. It was that's another cool thing I like about that is everyone's having fun.
It's not like Pinky's out, hoity-toity.
Yeah, it's not hoity-toity. It's just fun entertainment, and it's super low key, which I really like. And I don't know. I love the music. It's when I say musical, they have a couple of musical numbers where they essentially change the words to Christmas songs and change it to like be Die Hard lyrics with certain characters from the movie and stuff. So
Nice.
but yeah, great,
So that's cool.
grand old time. I think I invited you and Belinda, but you guys were in Wisco.
Well, you gave us the wrong date.
What?
The first time.
Did I really? What did I
Yeah.
say?
You said it was like earlier in December.
Oh, I'm sorry. Goddamn. I had 2 extra tickets. That's why I'm so pissed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, when was it?
Well-
Because we might have still been gone.
One was the 16th and one was the 23rd.
Yeah, we were gone.
Okay. You're just saying that now to make me feel
No,
better.
no, we actually
Okay.
were. Yeah.
Well, then I'm
Next year.
next year. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, tickets were like $28.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I think our mutual friend Fort Worth had said, I don't know if I can do this every year. And I was like, well, then you're not a diehard.
That's
fan.
funny because he's the type of person that he's like,
You don't
this
break
is a
tradition.
Yeah, we do it every year. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Tell me about your holidays. What did anything crazy happen? What
Nothing too crazy.
any news?
No news.
Oh.
Dog's still doing good. She's quite large, as you noticed. She's a lot bigger than when
Stop
she
feeding
was,
her, goddamn.
Well, here's the thing. So we have a scale, right? So every once in a while, I'll weigh her.
Okay.
And I think the scale's broken because she hasn't really changed weight in like the last month. So
When did you get her? Late October?
October, yeah.
Because she's like, I honestly, if I'm being truthful, I think she's doubled in size since I've seen her. I mean,
So like
visually,
November
I
since
don't
we
know.
last, yeah, that's possible. She's got a lot of hair, so she looks thicker than she actually is.
Right. I think it's
Yeah.
perception. Like if we got her wet, I bet she'd just look like a...
I got a picture.
Oh, no.
Let me see if I can find it quick.
Are you going to post this on the video so people can see who are listening? Or are you
I'm
just
gonna
describe it?
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna post it and then probably not actually do it.
Okay, cool. That's fair. Oh my goodness, what a cutie, man! Everyone who's watching this podcast, you are missing out.
You're missing out big time. I'll try to remember to put it in, but I probably won't.
Whatever. But nothing crazy. What'd you do? Just eat, hang out with family, and
eat some good food. We went to visit Belinda's family and stayed with them for a few days, and came home. Christmas with my family, hung out. My brother got COVID, so.
Oh, that's a nice gift.
Yeah, we were supposed to do a little family outing to the Vikings-Packers game, but my brother couldn't make it. So,
well, I mean, probably a good game you didn't to not go to.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I heard the stadium was saying "Go Pack, Go" for a while. So
yeah, there's always a lot of Packers fans there because there's a lot of Packers fans in the Twin Cities. But I don't think it was any more than usual. But they must have had mics on some of them because people were saying it was pretty loud on the TV broadcast.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ebbs and flows, right? I mean, it's like when the Vikings get on top in the next 3 years, we can say skull on their face.
Yeah.
Or we'll say go to...
Skull in your skull.
We'll go to Green Bay and say, no skull tomorrow. You guys got your butts pounded or whatever.
Yeah.
Cool.
I do want to go to Lambeau, though.
Yeah, I've heard it's supposed to be like a remarkable experience regardless of...
Yeah. There's a guy I work with. I don't even know. He's a Packers fan, but I don't know who he was talking to or what the context of the conversation was, but all I heard, he was like, I swear, every time I walk into Lambeau Field, I still get chills. I'm like, what a nerd.
That sounds like my boss, honestly.
Yeah.
He's like, it's something out of a fairy tale every time you walk in.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in the presence of the greats, and you just feel really humbled. And I was like, okay, that's like probably true.
Having never been there, in my eyes, you're just saying that to make yourself feel better about the shitty experience you're gonna go endure.
Yeah, it's like the worst stadium ever, and everyone's just like, that's what makes it great.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I would like to go someday. I think it's probably, maybe it's a hype, you know? All these Minnesota fans haven't really gone there, and then it's like, oh, I'll go there someday, and they're 20 years later, they finally go, and they're like, wow, it is just like everyone talked about all those years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Not me.
Not I. Yeah, not yet.
You know what I did? So I went on a little business trip in December.
Yeah, you did.
I watched a show that you like. You know what a show it was?
Well, what did it begin with? Is it like a...
It's it came out a couple of years ago. I think it made one of your like top show lists that you liked. And I
What service is it on?
I think if I tell you that, it's gonna give it away.
It's on Prime, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
So it let's see. Back in the day when you were talking about it, I watched one episode and I never picked it back up.
Son of a gun.
I'm trying to think of more clues that I can give you that's not gonna just immediately give it away.
But the service that it's on would.
It's on HBO. I think that'll help, but I don't think it's gonna totally give it away.
I know. I'm just trying to think of the show because I've unplugged from HBO because it's so damn expensive now. So I've been on that for a while. So, is there one? How many seasons?
Just one, but they're making more. It's based on a book. It's based on an autobiography, apparently.
Autobiography. biography.
which I didn't realize until I looked it up after I'd watched it.
Who's the main? Is it a main actor?
I don't remember the guy's name, but he's the main guy in Baby Driver.
Tokyo Vice.
Yeah. Tokyo
Oh
Vice.
my goodness. Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I liked it
dude.
a lot.
Good show. Oh
So,
my gosh.
I watched one episode a long time ago, like a couple of years ago, whenever it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I watched 4. I went to Chattanooga. I watched 4 episodes on the plane out there, and I watched 5 episodes on the plane back. I think that's how many? 10 episodes. It's really good. So I'm excited. I want them to get the second season ready.
Yeah. I think, is it coming out this year or the following year?
I think it is coming out 2024. Yeah.
I hope so, because I remember, the first episode I was kind of like, it's a weird kind of cadence. I was like, it feels like a much bigger story, but I was like, I don't know where is this going.
Yeah.
And honestly, well, sorry to Shanghai your story of that stuff, but I like one, original stories, and 2, stories that you don't really know where they're going.
Yeah.
Because the one thing I'm going to pull up real quick purchased movies I purchased on Google because you're going to be like, you probably haven't heard. Oops, that's not Google. You're probably like, I've never heard of any of these movies.
So you're going down the indie rabbit hole.
Kind of. I mean, and I want to say, like, Last Look. So, yeah, we can just Last Looks is the one I just watched. I think last weekend. That wasn't that great, but the top right, Inherent Vice, strongly recommend. If you like, it's a Joaquin Phoenix. It's like a 70s kind of PI detective movie, and it's supposed to be, whatever. And then No Sudden Move. That's super interesting. I like both those actors. It's Don Cheadle and you know that dude's name?
No. He kind of looks like the one guy in Tokyo Vice, though. I know it's not him, but that's what it looks like.
Excuse me. But yeah, anyway, these are just great movies. Okay, then I got some funny ones in there, but
Fight Club, great movie.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see Vengeance?
No.
Great movie. BJ Novak, I think, wrote and directed it. But that's a really good one.
Is it a comedy?
It's comedy and kind of serious. It's both, which I like that blend.
Yeah, me too.
And then I think I have 3. So The Gentleman is a Guy Ritchie movie. Revolver, it's not super predictable, but I really like a lot of things about it. That was like 2002 Jason Statham with hair.
2007.
Really? Okay, well then I'm stand corrected.
Maybe it's fake hair though.
It is fake hair, I think, actually. I think I read like a report on it, and it was like Jason Statham did not like how he had to have fake hair for it, or something stupid like that. I don't know, but anyway, so anyway, those are great movies, but yeah, I kind of like the stories where you don't know where they're going and you don't know how they're going to end, and sometimes they're surprising, sometimes they're like a nice ending, and sometimes they're, you know how some movies just like they end on like a weird key, where you're like, I feel like there's more to the story, but I'm also okay with how it ended.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I could do a sequel.
Yeah.
I could do, or it's like that uncomfortable just feeling of, I feel like the story's not resolved, or it's.
Do you like that or you don't like that?
I don't know. Like
it depends.
Because some of these movies,
done, I guess.
Some of the movies I'm like, okay. Like I guess that movie Inherent Vice. The reason I really liked it is the whole movie. I didn't know. He's a hippie in the 70s in a PI.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of just bouncing around. Like the people are just kind of pushing him all these different directions, and he's just kind of like a hippie floating away and doing all these different things as kind of like a hippie. Like you don't even know if he's thinking it through or if it's just ping ponging. But he kind of solves it at the end, kind of. But you're almost like, I don't like the result, or I don't, it's like he solved it. I don't. But so I like, and then you almost feel, for me, I was like, the reason I liked the movie is because he solved it, and that was all he cared about. It kind of like he's just like, but it's like the answer or the result. I was like, I don't really like it. It kind of made me cringe a little. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a long movie too. I think it's like 2 hours and 25 minutes or something.
Damn.
But it's good. I really like Joaquin Phoenix.
We were, Liz and I were talking about going to a movie last night, but the 2 movies I wanted to see were like 2.5 and 3.5 hours long. And I'm like, this is too much.
The Killers of Flower Moon or whatever.
Yeah, that one and the
Napoleon.
Emma Stone. That one's like 2.5 hours. That one's supposed to be.
Stone?
Yeah, she's in a movie, and it was like a not like wide release.
What was the name of the movie?
I don't remember. Let me look it up quick.
Okay. While you're looking it up. Okay, you keep going. Sorry.
But yeah, I was like, well, we got her dog. She does fine, like staying at home, but like I don't want to leave her home for 4 hours to go to a movie. But I don't remember. What is it? Emma Stone. La la. Oh, Poor Things. That's
What's it about? Let me see.
It's a fantasy sci-fi.
What?
Brought
just
back
came
to
out?
life by an unorthodox scientist, a young woman runs off with a lawyer on a whirlwind adventure across the continents. Free from the prejudices of her times, she grows steadfast in her purpose to stand for equality and liberation. It's supposed to be really good.
So does it take place in the future?
Don't know.
Or is it like a present day? Okay.
Unsure, but it wasn't like a wide release.
Okay.
And then they started adding more and more cities, so now there's like 2 theaters around here that are playing it. So,
nice.
Yeah. But they're only doing like 3 shows a day. It was like there's a 4 o'clock one and a like 8 o'clock one. I'm like,
damn.
Neither of those times are great, but
you got to go to like the 10-20 ones, like the matinee, like because they're really cheap and like generally speaking, I think the secret's out now. But me and my dad used to do that in high school and even like in college in the summers. We'd go to like 10:10 or 10:20 a.m. shows.
Yeah.
It's like we're the only ones in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, $6. It's like super cheap.
Yeah. Because I will only work 4 days a week, and my brother has weird hours. I went to movies with him. It's fun. So like, we'd go to the day show.
Hell yeah.
I don't remember what movie we went and saw. Might have been Oppenheimer.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, really?
Oh, no. Hold on. Before I forget. Did you see the new Sam Esmail movie on Netflix?
I was going to ask you about that because when you were talking about just now, you were talking about what's it called. Yes, I did watch it.
Ah, son of a gun. I was going to say like, oh, we should watch that together and see. But
oh yeah,
was it good?
You should watch it. Basically, I'm going to watch anything Sam Esmail makes until either he or I die. Just because I loved Mr. Robot so much. Because everything I've watched that he's made, I really liked. That movie's good.
What was that? Was it a Prime show? With the I really enjoyed it.
It was only like 2 seasons, right? And Sandra Bullock was in it, and she's in the movie too.
No, Sandra Bullock
wasn't it Sandra Bullock?
No, it was the okay. Are you looking up IMDb?
I'm looking up Sam Esmail.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, he's got gray hair now. Do you know he's married to Emmy Rossum?
I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Did you ever watch what is that show? Homecoming was the one on.
Okay, so but that's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of. Remember the one with the tiger?
No.
What? Yeah, you do. Oh my gosh. I think I don't know if he directed. I think he was a producer of it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It was like
that one was okay. That one was fine.
Just okay.
Yeah, it was like in like a like southwest town, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think he was a producer. I'm gonna look up his producer stuff.
Briar Patch.
Yeah. Yep. 6.6. See, I hate these rankings because it's like things I like get bad ratings.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie didn't get great ratings.
Did you watch The Resort? I never saw that.
No. I was just looking at that.
Anyway, okay, so yeah, but to leave the world behind, is that the name of the flick?
I think it's just Leave the World Behind.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
But I really liked it. It's got like Mr. Robot references in it, which was fun. I'm like,
Nice.
oh, he's talking about Mr. Robot. But
Is it the same universe? Like,
well, you only know it if you know it.
okay,
But like, yeah, there's not any overlapping characters or anything. But
not yet.
yeah, there's just one scene where they just reference. You remember that thing that happened at the power plant in New Jersey a few years ago? Something like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So it is the same universe.
Yeah,
just
same
no
universe,
overlapping
yeah,
characters. That's
yeah.
cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like his stuff.
Yeah. So you should watch it. I'd watch it with you.
But apparently you won't.
I'll watch it again.
All right.
I'm not scared.
All right, we gotta have a movie night, date night. So what else you got?
Let's see. Oh, Belinda and I have been watching Fargo. Did you ever watch that?
No, I've heard it's good. I just like, for me, it's one of those deals where I'm just like, I lose interest as soon as I know it's not like super original, right? There was a movie, and then this is a ripoff, isn't it? Not a ripoff, but like a prequel, sequel. I don't know.
So it is like, it's kind of the same thing where it's the same universe, but they don't really like reference it.
Okay.
And it's kind of like True Detective, where every season there's different characters.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of cool.
And they do tie it together a little bit. Like, we're on the 4th season right now. But that was another show, just like Tokyo Vice, where I watched most of the first season, I think, but I never finished it. And then we started it over together. And yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
You know what? I don't know if I brought this up, so keep talking because I got to find the show because I want to pick it back up, but the episodes are like an hour and 15 minutes long. But it's super.
Game of Thrones?
No, I don't know.
Hour and 15 minutes? So
Like
it's got to be like a streaming first show, right?
It's
not like on TV.
It's not on TV. It's on Amazon Prime, and I can't remember what it was, but it's super. Like, there's a certain director. I think he may have done. Oh my goodness,
The Office.
No, you know, what was the movie? It was a sequel, Blade Runner, 2049 or whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's that director. But anyway, the show, it's like
I wanted to rewatch that movie too. Blade Runner 2049. Who's that? That guy's like Villanueva or something like that, right?
Who, the director?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
He's also
Dennis, Villeneuve or something.
Yeah.
But let me see.
He's the guy that did Kidnapped or whatever. What is that movie called? Abducted? I don't know. That was a good movie.
Prisoners,
yeah.
That
movie freaks me out.
I
liked it.
I saw that movie in theaters. I loved Prisoners.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could watch it again. It's like, it's one of those things where I'm like, that is such a great movie.
Yeah.
No interested in watching it again.
Well, that was like, I was going to say The Last of Us. I saw Get Out in theaters, and I normally would have been like, I have no interest in going to see a scary movie, but it was like not scary. It was just kind of intense. And that's kind of how Prisoners was too. Like, not scary, just like very intense.
You're always, I hate to say like edge of your seat, because I wouldn't describe it as that, but you're always kind of in this heightened state of like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, like anxiety almost.
Yeah.
But like not edge of your seat, like what's going to happen. It's more like I don't know, like you're bracing yourself.
Right.
Like in a constant state of bracing yourself.
Right.
I'm really bummed out. I can't figure this deal out.
Is that the same guy?
I don't know if it is, but I would describe it as such.
Same style.
I have to find out now because I'm a psycho, because it's really good.
I was literally just thinking about how I wanted to rewatch Blade Runner 2049 the other day, because I watched it with you and Sam, and it was like right after we moved into this house, and there was something wrong with my surround sound, and it was bugging me the whole movie. And then like I just wasn't paying enough attention to the movie. I was just too busy like nerding out about my surround sound not working right.
That's okay though.
It's not okay. It's unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Keep talking.
But yeah, and I also noticed, because since we've had our dog, we spent a lot more time watching stuff upstairs without the surround sound. Then when you come downstairs, watch something with the surround sound. It hits different. It hits way different.
What kind of sound system is it? Is it it's not a Bose. Is it a Sonos or
No,
something?
the speakers are Cambridge Audio. I bought them.
Is that a bougie brand or?
Not really. Like, they're considered like to be pretty high quality, but they're not very expensive. I mean, like for surround sound, like speakers that like are pretty good. They're not bad. Like I bought pretty much my entire system with the receiver and all the wiring and connectors and stuff and the speakers with my first stimmy check during COVID.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I think I bought a subwoofer, center channel, 2 sides, and 2 rear speakers and the receiver with my first stimmy check. So it was basically free. Totally worth it. I don't know what else I would have used that money for.
Okay. I have to put this down because I'm rattled that I can't figure it out, but I remember.
Sorry to hear that.
It was. Son of a gun. Anyway. Okay. I'm done with it. Okay. What's the new year hold for you?
Not too much.
Well, okay. Sorry, let's circle back real quick. What's the highlight reel of 2023?
Ooh, highlight reel.
I mean,
well,
let's see. Yeah.
I got married.
Whoop, whoop.
Got a dog.
Whoop, whoop.
Went on some cool vacations.
Yeah, what do we got? Hawaii, New York, Chattanooga.
Yeah, Chattanooga. That was a big one on my to-do list.
Is that all you went? Or you went other places?
No, I think we must have gone somewhere else earlier in the year. I don't know.
Did you go to Hawaii twice?
We went to Hawaii 2 years ago when we got engaged, and then we went back for the honeymoon.
Okay. New York.
New York.
Didn't you go to like? I don't know. I feel like I want to say you went to like Red Rocks or something, but that's probably not right.
No, I haven't been to Red Rocks in a few years.
Maybe you're
Maybe
stay at home.
Must have been
Brochacho. Well,
yeah. What about you? What was your 2023 highlights?
Oh, that's yeah. I'm trying to think. I saw my favorite band Ripe twice. Once in Minneapolis, once in Port Smith, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So got those highlight reels. Trying to think. I don't think
one of Belinda's coworkers found out that I like Wolfpack and he likes Wolfpack, and I told him to check out Ripe, and he really liked them.
Hell yeah. I'm telling everyone about Ripe.
Yeah.
If who will listen.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Dude, yeah. So I look at their 2024 deal. They're touring with OAR, which
Nice.
I like OAR.
Yeah.
Like
the warm up or whatever.
Yeah, so they're
Opening
like
act.
opener, and that's where I'm like, God damn, like you guys should you should be the headliner.
Yeah.
But they're.
Do you know Corey Wong did a show with OAR?
No, I did not.
Yeah, it was like a
like he opened
charity.
or like he like.
No, he did it with them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was like a charity thing for that the Minnesota Wild did.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Is he's performing this spring at the Palace, right?
I don't know. Probably.
I think I maybe saw that on the.
Yeah.
'Cause I was looking at. I want to go to more concerts this year too.
Have you listened to his new album? It's like totally different from a lot of his other stuff.
When did it drop?
Was
it like last month?
Yeah, pretty
Really?
recently.
Maybe I can't remember if I did or not.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like. It's weird. Well, now so YouTube Music now has like a podcast deal, so you can get all the podcasts. So
you can get our podcast on YouTube Music.
Hell yeah! I should just put that on replay when I'm at home, not working or something. Just get views, views and listens. let's hear. Oh, I went to Asheville, North Carolina with some high school buds.
Mm-hmm.
I stand by this. I probably will die on this hill, but I think North Carolina is like the hidden gem of the United States.
Yeah.
Like, granted, I haven't been to every state, and I don't know what are gems and what aren't. But from my experience so far, you get the coast and the beach, which is beautiful, hot, not stinky. It's a beautiful beach
Mm-hmm.
on the eastern side of the state.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the Blue Ridge Mountains on the west side of the state. Did I say that right? Yep.
Belinda and I have been talking about, like, if we want to go on a vacation this year, where should we go? And maybe that will get some recs from you. And
I'm telling you, man.
do that.
I don't know. You guys do whatever you want, but it's like my goal. I think if I'm not good at reading the tea leaves, but if I'm reading the tea leaves right, I think one of my vacations this year might be a week or 4 days or something in Southport, North Carolina, and I might be like scoping out plots of land inland a little bit and just see what. I mean, for a while there, they were like going for like $9,000. It's like, okay, it's like I'll buy that and just keep that. It'll be paid off
For like an acre, or how much?
Yeah, I think it was no. Oh, maybe it was an acre. No, I think the acre was more like 15, 16.
Hmm.
It was like it started getting zoned for housing.
Gotcha.
But whatever. My goal would be to be a snowbird. It'd be live in North Carolina when I'm retired for 6 months in a day for tax purposes, and then come back to Minnesota for Mayo Clinic and health checkups and stuff. Cough twice and look to the left or whatever.
So Belinda and I, this is just something to keep in mind while you're doing that. Belinda and I were looking into building a house.
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast or not, but
Oh, not on the podcast. No, I don't think.
It's much cheaper to go through a builder that is already building a development than it is to buy a plot of land and then find a builder afterwards.
Really?
Yeah. Because they have all of their equipment and stuff, everything already there. So
it's like, it's all there.
You can do it where you have your own plot of land and they'll come in and build a house for you, but it's more expensive.
Yeah. How much more, like percentage wise?
Don't know.
Okay.
It was enough that we're like, okay, let's maybe if we're going to do it, just go through a builder.
Heaven, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I did a lot of travel this. Oh, well. Yes. I think I'm due to go to Las Vegas. I think I took a couple years off.
Yeah.
So I might go, in
check out the Sphere.
May, check out the Sphere. I want to see shows. That's my thing now. It's like I want to eat good, amazing food and see shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, I will do a pool party or something, or if I must with friends, but that's not really why I'm going there anymore.
Yeah.
It's like I can have fun eating and being entertained.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe in May I'll dry out, go to Las Vegas. Maybe in June or July I'll go to Southport, North Carolina, and then I'll just open up the tail end of the year to be flexible and whatever. Do we have any more weddings? I feel like there's one.
I have a few, but I don't think anybody that we have mutual friends.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I think I have one or two. Oh, my cousin's getting married over Labor Day in Spearfish, South Dakota again. So I will. I think I might take a week then, and I might just go golfing and spearfish and hiking for like 4 days before the wedding.
Is that like in the Black Hills?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
I haven't been there since I was a kid.
Yeah, spearfish apparently. So my other cousin got married this summer or this fall in Spearfish, and I went to a brewery just by myself and just talked with the locals, and they just said COVID made spearfish explode because people could all work remote, and tax purposes in South Dakota is really good. I don't think they have an income tax, but they just said, some of the developments kind of effed the local area because there was such an influx of people, and so a lot of locals were like, "Damn you, remote workers," something like that. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. This is what I was going back to. I think my 2023 is very. I almost said medicated, but maybe that's accurate. I was hitting the CBD more than I probably should have, just to try to keep a baseline of normalness because my job was so damn stressful. But
Yeah.
now I think I've eclipsed that part, and I'm like, okay, I think I get it now.
Yeah.
I think I'm over the stress. I'm not going to be stressed at work.
Good.
It's not worth my time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a cool thing, but yeah, 20. It was a good year. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But yeah.
I'm glad you're over the hill and.
Oh, speaking of over the hill. So, as you may know, well, have you heard of Blue Chew?
Yeah, I'm aware of Blue Chew. Yeah.
Okay, so I ordered some because I got a promotional, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't have any problems. However, I read that Chad Ochocinco, took something similar to Blue Chew before games. It increased focus. So I'm gonna just try it out, see what it's all about.
Like before work?
No, before
like
work, before
at
the gym, I
gym?
think. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it before the gym.
You better choose your shorts carefully.
I'll wear my really baggy sweatpants.
I don't know if that'll help or make it worse.
Maybe both.
Yeah, maybe both.
But and just an update on everyone for I said I was on the thigh journey last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So not where I want to be still. However, I think my knees, I have predisposed bad knees for squatting because I tried squatting this morning and my knees just hurt and it didn't feel great. So
might just be over the hill.
Yeah, so maybe I'm over the hill. Maybe the Blue Chews will help. But my main thing now is I'm pushing the sled.
Okay.
And so that, it's not, so you could make it a cardio workout if you want, but I'm doing it as a strength deal, and my knees feel great.
Do you run or you just you push it?
I push it slow, time under tension, get as much as that you can, and then I'm just working at my way up to get more and more weight. But that's my knees and my joints and legs, everything feels great with that. When I squat, my knees ache and hurt and all that stuff. So I'm abandoning squatting now. And I'm just going to do more functional stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to be 32 this year. So I'm closer to 40 than I am 20.
Yeah.
And got to start preventing, preventing, I don't want a knee replaced by the age of 40. I don't want, sustainability is focus now,
right.
not, my elbows are shot still. I don't know if that was an update I ever gave, but I think
maybe.
I did something a couple of years ago that just jacked up my elbows, and I've been trying to get back into it, but it's I can't do certain things because I think I actually tore something in my elbows. 'Cause I fucked up. I'm an idiot. So anyway, that's me.
Nice.
What about you, 2024? You said it doesn't hold anything for you?
I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see what it brings.
All right.
You have always kind of been you plan ahead and you have an idea of what you want to change stuff. I don't really.
Do you have any personal, I wouldn't say, let's call it personal goals, not things to do, not places to go, but
self-improvement.
Self-improvement. There you go. Anything that you're you know what? I want to start taking Blue Chews every now and then.
That's not on my list, but Belinda and I have been talking about
nice segue, by the way.
Oh my gosh. We've been talking before we got Peaches, right? We were cooking a lot and we're finding recipes that we liked. That kind of stopped when we got Peaches. We still are cooking sometimes, but also not eating is great because she just takes up so much time. It's hard to do when you got a puppy running around.
Right.
But now Peaches is getting better about, giving us space to do that sometimes. Just not needing us to be right there with her the whole time. She's pretty well housebroken, so she can entertain herself too. So we're starting to now get back into it. Start cooking more.
Okay.
And yeah.
Trying new
Exploring
recipes,
new
or
recipes,
just
yeah.
okay. Nice.
Yeah.
You got a cookbook to help you, or are you just YOLOing it?
We got a few cookbooks. I'm not a big cookbook guy because like there's so many better things. Okay, here I got a little tip for you. You know when you find a recipe online, right? And it's got like this person's entire backstory, and you're like, why do I need 6 paragraphs about why you love this meal so much? Just give me the ingredients, the recipe. Just copy and paste it in a ChatGPT and say, strip out all the nonsense. Give me the ingredients step by step, how to cook it.
So you copy and paste the link that says this is why I love my grandma's recipe.
Yeah, exactly.
And ChatGPT just like synthesizes and gets it all there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here, I'll find one and I'll show you what I did. So, here's one you can start with if you're looking for it. Blinn and I have been making this. What's it called?
Yes.
Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell.
Sure. Yeah.
We've been making buffalo chicken crunch wraps.
Bougie.
Yeah. So I don't know where it went. It's gone. I don't have the ChatGPT version anymore. Anyway, all it is chicken, bunch of seasoning. You just chop up the chicken, cook it in a pan, take it out, buffalo sauce on top, take a big burrito, put the chicken down, put a tostada on top, some cheese, some lettuce, ranch if you like that. Wrap it up, throw it back on the pan.
Wow.
Crisp up the tortilla.
You need a ChatGPT to tell you that, huh?
Well, I just meant like to strip out all the nonsense.
I know, yeah.
So now I have it saved somewhere. I couldn't just find it in 2 seconds, but it's somewhere.
Yeah, no, I believe you.
Yeah. So there's a tip. Started doing that.
Yeah, I need to try to integrate that more into my day-to-day stuff as far as helpful tips, right? I never even thought of like taking, I don't want to read all the BS, and just pasting it in and say, get rid of all the, what'd you say? Like get rid of the nonsense, or what'd you say?
Oh, I saved my
prompt.
My prompt. Let me see. I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. Maybe I won't. Okay, no, here it is.
Classic.
Can you take this recipe and strip out all of the nonsense? Give me a list of ingredients with amounts in a section at the top, and under that, tell me the streamlined steps to cook it without leaving out anything important. And then
is that a paid
paste?
The paid one, or is that the free ChatGPT stuff?
Nope.
What about, does Google have their Gemini? Is that a new one that came out, or is that
no idea?
Fake news. I don't know. Okay.
Google Bard.
No, it was Bard. I think they
renamed
that was
it.
like their original project. I think Gemini is separate. I think that's like
interesting.
I think I read an article where they just said Google's Gemini is going to surpass ChatGPT and Bard because it's like using, I don't know. Maybe I made it up. Let's
Maybe
Google
you dreamt it.
Should I Google it and just see?
Go for it.
Google Gemini. Let's see here. Okay, Google Gemini is an AI model that is multimodal, meaning it can combine different types of information such as text, code, audio, image, and video. Gemini is expected to be the most powerful AI ever built. It has advanced reasoning and generative capabilities and can show more. It can understand and interpret images, master human-style conversations, language, and content, code effectively, proficiently, drive data and analytics, extract text from images, convert image to text to JSON. I don't know what that is.
JSON?
Yeah.
It's just a file format.
Okay. Generate answers about uploaded images, translate code between languages, generate different coding solutions for the same problem. There you go.
Neat.
So
that is like the new version of ChatGPT that can do pictures and stuff.
Bougie.
But yeah, cool.
Cool. Well, here's hats off to a new year and a good year.
Yeah.
Let's make it a good one.
So I got one more thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to try something new in the new year.
In my beer?
No, in the new year.
Oh, okay.
So we were talking about it earlier. You know, when you find an artist that you love. you want to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite things. Like when you like connect with somebody, they're like, "Oh, this is really good," right? And the other thing with this particular artist that I'm going to share is I had preconceived notions about what kind of artist this person was.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to play for you a Mac Miller song. What do you know about Mac Miller?
He is no longer with us.
That is true. He did overdose. So this song was on an album that came out like 2 months before he died.
Okay.
And like that, I think that context is important for absorbing the song. So I knew Mac Miller like a long time ago, right? Not personally. I knew his music.
Okay.
And the song that I knew that I heard in like high school or something was called Donald Trump. And it was just like, he's like, I'm on my Donald Trump shit, right?
Right, yep.
And so it's like, not to be disparaging to your people, but it's
My
like
people.
frat rap, right? So like it's like a song you hear at a frat party.
Okay, sure,
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
That's how I describe
Discouraging
it.
to my people.
So like that was who I thought he was forever. But
Frat boy.
yeah, like that kind of music.
Mm.
And it wasn't until this even happened after he died, but when this album came out, he did a Tiny Desk concert.
Okay.
Are you familiar with Tiny Desk?
Yep.
So
You showed me that.
yeah, so I listened
NPR,
to that.
right?
Yeah, it's NPR. They do like they have it in their office. They have people come and
It's
perform.
like a live
Yeah,
concert
and
deal. Whatever they post online.
a lot of times they'll do it like different than they would do it like for a big show, you know?
Right,
They're like
right.
maybe more acoustic or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really like, he just seemed so fun. Like it was like, and then I like the music was so much different than what I thought it was gonna be. So I'm like, oh, I gotta go check it out. Like I'll go back and I'll listen to this album that he put out. And the first song on the album was like not at all what I expected, and even different than what he was doing at the Tiny Desk concert.
Oh.
And I was like, wow, it hit me.
This
like
is
you know,
some
you know,
Donald
sometimes
Trump
you'll
shit.
hear a song and it'll like, you'll listen to it, you're like, yeah, that was fine. You'll come back to it weeks, months, years later, and it'll hit you different. And you're like, holy shit, this is so good.
Mhm.
Like you just have to be in the right mindset. I think that's what happened to me with
Mhm.
Mac Miller.
So now you're just on Mac Miller shit all the time now?
Yeah. Well, and really I fell in love with him like a couple of years ago, but I want to share this. So this is the song that I heard and I was like, it blew me away. It like totally changed my perception of him, made me fall in love with him. R.I.P.
Gasp.
My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't send. And I got neighbors that more like strangers, we could be friends. I just need a way out of my head. I'll do anything for a way out of my head. In my own way, this feel like living some alternate reality. And I was drowning, but now I'm swimming through stressful waters to relieve. Yeah, all the things I do to spend a little time in her. And what I won't tell you, I'll probably never even tell myself. Don't you know that sunshine don't feel right when you're inside all day? I wish it was nice out, but it looked like rain. Gray skies are drifting, not living forever. They told me it only gets better. My regrets look just like texts I shouldn't send. And I got neighbors that more like strangers, we could be friends. I just need a way
So I think that's like kind of fades out here. But that song and that entire album, the song is Come Back to Earth. The album was Swimming.
Okay.
He released that like 2 months before he died or something. And then he had like almost finished another album that was supposed to be like there was supposed to be actually a 3 albums that all like feed together.
Oh.
The second album was Circles, and the producer that he was working with, his family asked him to finish the album. So he did, and then they put that out in like 2022 or something. Or 2020, I don't remember. But even then, I was like, I loved this album so much. They put out that one, and I was like, I don't think I want to listen to an album that he didn't finish himself.
Sure.
But then I ended up listening to it. It's amazing. Like, it's so good. Yeah.
So who's the guy who finished it? I mean, I guess that would be...
The producer was John Bryant, I think is his name.
Other stuff or like...
Well, he only does like the production, mixing, and mastering stuff.
Okay.
Like I'm sure he also can play music, but like I don't think he has like released.
Well, how do you
any
finish
music.
an album if it's like, I mean, so like
So
previous recordings and whatnot?
Yeah,
like,
and like even if he like all the like the vocals and stuff was finished.
Okay. Gotcha. No, I get it now.
And like most of the actual like instruments and production that was all done, but he just kind of like mixed and mastered and added some stuff where he needed to.
Finished it.
Yeah.
Like you said, he had all the puzzle pieces. He just finished it.
Yeah. But
Nice.
so good. Like, and even like, it's so silly that I would think that about Mac Miller, like that he's just a frat rap guy, because he had another song or another album called The Divine Feminine. And there's a song on that one that I really loved called Dang. And it was like Anderson .Paak, I think, is singing on that song, most of it. And in my head, I was like, I know Mac Miller. I didn't know Anderson .Paak until that song.
That's P-A-A-K, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yep. Okay.
And then I'm like, oh, it must be Anderson .Paak that I love so much. But it wasn't. It was like Mac Miller.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you're telling the world Mac Miller.
Yeah.
Listen to him.
He's
Listen to his
underappreciated. And I think there's other people that had a similar journey that I did with Mac Miller's music.
Sure.
But I still don't think he gets enough credit for as good of an artist as he was.
Yeah.
Yeah. R.I.P.
I get that. R.I.P. Yeah.
So yeah, I think I don't know if I'll have a song as meaningful or impactful to share every episode, but I'll have more. You can feel free to bring some if you want.
Oh yeah, I already got one for the
Cool.
next one. So
Cool.
Cool.
And it sounded kind of fuzzy, so I'm gonna try to figure out.
I was gonna say, is that the artistic piece, or is
No.
it kind of like that?
I wonder. I don't know if it was just coming through that way in our headphones, if it'll sound better on the recording or not. But yeah, I'll try to figure out. I just scrambled this morning to try to
Scrambled some
figure out
eggs.
a way to play it. Yeah, yeah, scrambled some eggs.
Nice. Well,
There
very
we go.
good, sir.
I got nothing else.
I got to save something for next next episode.
Yep. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, 2024. Let's make it a good one. Episode 77.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace out.